So because of those problems with internet today, here is the video. So today we're gonna work on the cross-legged pose. So we're gonna work on opening the hips, working on the hips, but also on the moving of the hips and of the lumbar spine. So to do this, we go straight into the movement. So as usual, just take a few moments to do the normal relaxation that we did normally. When you finish, I will be here for you. Take the bolster, put the bolster in the back of your head, of your mat. Sit right in front of the bolster, but be aware of having a few centimeters, maybe a wide hand between the buttocks and the bolster. Put the feet in Baddha Konasana, so the feet are touching and the knees opening wide. Put your hand behind the buttocks. Tuck the tailbone under and lay down on the bolster. So the end of the bolster is supposed to be roughly at the end of the shoulder blades, not on the lumbar spine. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Roll the arms outward to have the palm of the hand facing the sky, and let the knees go down to the side. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders. 5 breaths. Long, steady breath. Just let the hips open with the gravity. At the end of the 5th breath, interlace your hands and put the palm of the hand in contact with the crown of your head. Shoulder blades down to the waist again, and let the elbows go down to the ground. If I were looking at you from above, I could see the elbows mirroring the legs, arms mirroring legs. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, roll the arms outward, roll the hands outward to have the palm of your hand facing the wall behind you. And again, shoulder blades down with the waist. Pull the small finger to the crown of your head and the thumb away from the head. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, push the 2 outside edges of your feet against each other, and the inner one, pull it toward the knee. Imagine that doing this movement, so the edge of the feet, the outer edge of the feet together and pushing toward each other, and the inner one away from each other, can move the base of your feet facing the sky. 3 breaths starting from now. At the end of the third, release the hand, let it get down to the ground. And again, 3 long steady breaths. Keep on moving and pushing the outer edge of the feet and pulling the inner one for the 3 last breathing cycle. Slowly put your weight on the hand and slowly, slowly walk forward with your hand. Put your hand just behind your buttocks, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arm outward and keep on pushing the outer edge of the feet, pushing toward each other, and the inner one away from each other. Observe that this movement will create a movement also on the hip. So direct consequences on the hip too. 3 more breaths. At the end of the third, slowly release. Take your knees and slowly, slowly lift it up. Now, straighten your legs for Dandasana. Put your hand next to the hip, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Push the lumbar spine slightly to the front, shoulders slightly to the back. Almost to arch the spine. Imagine to lift the back of your head toward the sky. But just look in front of you at eye level. And even if it's almost impossible, imagine to push with your ilium bone to the ground to lift the spine up. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your right leg and slide the right feet under, right ankle under the left knee. Without moving the right leg, bend the left one just in front of the right one. So you will have the right tibia parallel to the hip. So it's a really open cross leg pose. Put your hand on the knees, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Inhale deeply and with the exhalation start rolling forward your hips. It's just a movement of the hip. The shoulders stay there. So the more you roll the hips forward, the more you will arch your spine. And that's the idea. Keep on looking just in front of you at eye level. 3 more breaths. Keep on rolling forward the hip. At the end of the third breath, put your hand on the ground if you can, otherwise just keep it there, or you can just put your elbows over the knees. Keep on lifting the sternum. Keep on lowering the shoulder blades and the shoulders. Keep on rolling forward. But keep the spine straight now, not arched. Long, steady breath. Three more breaths. At the end of the third, lower your body. Keep your spine the straighter you can, but allow the spine to relax a bit. So if it's just rounding a bit, it's not a huge problem, but keep on focusing on the hips. And again, 3 long, steady breaths. If you want to deepen this pose, you can also take a bolster and put the bolster just in front, so it will be easier to stay there. And you can take more time to open the hips. The idea is always to work on this movement of rolling forward of the hips to open the whole area and hair, but without forcing the upper part of the spine. So if you want to stay there for a few more moments, just go on. Otherwise, slowly, just come back. Put your hand next to the hips, straighten your legs, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the hips forward, shoulders back, lumbar front. Roll the arms outward. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your left leg, slide the left ankle under the right knee, right under the knee, not narrow. Bend the right knee just in front without moving the left leg. Put your hands on the knees, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Inhale deeply and slowly. Roll the hips forward and arch your spine. Use also the tension between the arms and the leg to help you roll the hips forward. You see? Use the hands. It will help you. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly straighten the spine. Put your elbows over the knee. If you have a big margin, you can also put the hands on the ground, but stay there. Take your time. Focus on the movement of tilting forward the hips. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, always. Long, steady breath. Three more breaths. Keep the spine straight, either with the hands on the ground or with the elbows over the knees. Up to you to find your position. At the end of the third breath, put your hands on the ground and lower the chest just a few centimeters. Allow the spine to round a bit, but keep on focusing on tilting the hips forward. If you want to, you can also take the bolster and put the hands or the elbows over the bolster if it's more comfortable for you. Take your time. This asana, Svastikasana, is an asana that needs time to open. It can be quite challenging, but it's really effective. So just focus on the tilting forward of the hips. Keep the spine straight, but the more possible relaxed. And just take your time. Witness all the feelings. Witness where you have more tension. And surrender. There's nothing else to do. Just stay there. Take the control of your body. Stay there. Just for a few moments. And slowly come up. Put again the feet in Baddha Konasana, but grab the ankles. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Bend the elbows and put the elbows inside of your legs. And you just a tiny bit of pressure to deepen the opening of the hip. Keep on lifting the sternum, shoulder blades over the waist. All those movement remains. Three breaths. At the end of the third, three more. Long, steady breath. Focus on the breathing cycle and on the movement that you want your body to do. Slowly release. Grab your knees and slowly, slowly let the knees go to the center. Grab the knees with the arms. Walk back with your feet. Find balance. Let your spine round a bit. Let your head fall toward the chest. Close your eyes and let go. Let go all tensions. Breathe deeply and observe that you can adjust the movement of your body just with your breath. The more you inhale, the more your body will move forward. The more you exhale, the more it will roll backward. Three more breaths. At the end of the third, slowly lift your eyes, open your eyes, move forward, and again, Dandasana. Put your hands next to your hips, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Interlace your hands just behind your back, sternum up, straighten your arms, legs straight, feet flex, and pull the arms higher. Breathe deeply, 3 breaths. And slowly release. Sit against a wall. I'm just gonna sit here so you can see what I mean. The idea is to have the buttocks firmly against the wall, but then put your hand behind the lumbar spine. You have to have this small space, and then push the chest to the wall. Now I cannot touch the wall since it's a little bit too far, but the idea is to have the shoulder blades flat against the wall. Then obviously you will have again this space between the neck and the wall, and again the occiput, so the back of your head firmly against the wall. This is the position that you have to have in Tadasana. So you can see that especially the lower part, so the lumbar spine, is quite hard to have it in the good double S, because we're not really used to this position. But to work toward the cross-legged pose, you need to have this tilting forward of the hip. When you have this tilting forward of the hip, then you will have a little space between the lumbar spine and the wall. So this is the variation of Dandasana to do to be aware of the good position of the spine. So just stay there. Try and move the hand and to recreate the space, even if you don't have the hand anymore in between. Focus on this movement and create the movement, create the feelings that you had before with the hand. Try and slide the hand again. Is there any difference? Good. Okay. Now, tabletop position. Let the spine drop to the ground. Push with the hand against the ground and look higher compared to your eye level. Stay there. Keep on rolling the hips forward, tilting the hips forward. And stay there. Stress the front part of your body. From the pubis till the throat. Go back to a natural position. And now, move the 2 feet apart. And again, do the same. Let the spine drop. Look at the sky. Push with the hands against the ground. Three breaths. At the end of the third breath, without moving the lumbar spine, so focus on this movement, move the feet closer. This movement, so having the feet apart or closer, have a straight consequence on the movement of the tilting of the hip. The idea is to tilt the hip forward, so having the 2 feet apart will help you. You can have the same movement rolling the legs inward, the thighs inward. And you can do this movement even with the feet hip width apart, but try and roll the thighs in. It will just help you deepen this tilting. Release. Go back to a natural position. And one last time. Roll the thighs in. Let the spine drop. Look at the sky. Push with the hands against the ground. And go to child pose, Balasana. Take your time. Let the spine relax. 5 long, steady breaths. At the end of the 5th breath, slowly come up. And again, Dandasana. Stick pose. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Bend your right leg, slide the right ankle under the left leg, left knee. Bend the left knee. And again, this Svastikasana. Put your elbows over the knees and use the gravity of your body to help open the hips. 5, long steady breath. You can either keep the spine really straight or a little bit relaxed, but use a bit of pressure on the knees to let it fall to the ground. If you have any knee issue, keep the feet flexed. The more you have the feet flexed, the more you have a more firm structure around the knee joint. It will just protect the knee joint. At the end of the fifth breath, slowly come up. Again, Dandasana. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the hips forward. Inhale deeply, bend your left leg, slide the left ankle under the right knee, bend the right knee, put your elbows over the knees, and use a little bit of gravity, a little bit of pressure to help you open the hip. 5, long, steady breath. At the end of the 5th, again, slowly come up and then Dandasana. Now, bend your left leg, grab your left feet and try and move the ankle, the hip. Now, again, inhale deeply, bend your right leg, grab your right feet and the right knee, and try and move the leg to work on the hip joint. If you can, move the feet inside of the left elbow. Grab it with the elbow, and if you can, grab the knee with the right elbow. Once that you have this position, keep on moving the leg to work on the hip joint. Try and move the feet a little bit higher to see if there is any difference on the feelings that you can experience around your hip. Create also the circles with the feet. And again, try and see if there is any differences between all those movements. Okay, the last moments. Now, grab the right feet with the 2 hands and pull the hands back. Move the knee back. Use the pressure of the hands against the feet to push the feet and the knee behind. And slowly release. Bend your left leg, grab the left feet and the left knee, and start moving the leg to work on the hip. Again, if you can, grab the feet with the elbow and grab the knee with the left elbow, and again work on the hip joint. Again, try and lift the feet and witness if there's any differences on the feelings that you are experiencing around the hip area. Create some circles. Now grab the feet with the two hands and push it back. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep on pushing. Last moments. And slowly release. Bend your right leg. Grab the right feet and pull the right feet over the thigh. There, keep the feet flexed, not just relaxed like that, just flex. So push the heel to the left, sternum up, shoulder blades down. If you feel a little bit too much pressure on your thighs, grab something, a blanket or whatever, like a pillow. Pillow could be good. To just ease this pressure. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and slowly start tilting the hip forward again. Use the hand to help you lift the sternum and look slightly higher compared to your eye level. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly come up. Straighten your right leg, bend your left one, grab the left feet, and again, flex feet, put it over the thigh, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and tilt the hip forward. Keep on looking in front of you, slightly higher compared to your eye level. 3 long, steady breaths. Slowly come up. Dandasana. Bend your right leg. Slide the right ankle under the left knee. Put your hand behind your buttocks. Bend your right and bend your left knee, and put the left ankle over the right knee. Flex feet and slowly start moving forward. The idea is to have the 2 shins parallel. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. If it's kind of comfortable, which is almost impossible, you can even put some pressure on the knees, especially on the left knee, to work on the left heel. No, sorry, to work on the left hip joint. 3 long steady breaths. At the end of the third, slowly take your time, go back to Dandasana, and again bend your left knee, slide the left ankle right under the right knee, walk back with your hands, bend your right knee, put your right ankle over the left knee, walk forward, keep the two shins parallel. If you're kind of comfortable, then put some pressure on the right knee. Keep always, for this variation, always the flex feet to protect the knee joint. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly take your time. You go to the child pose with a variation of the knees wide. So knees wide, hands either to the front or to the back, whichever is more comfortable for you. Just take your time. 5 long steady breaths. Slowly, we go back to the tabletop position. Put your right feet next, outside of the right hand. Walk back with the left knee and let the right leg open to the side. Roll the feet to have the contact also only on the outside of the feet. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. 5 breaths. At the end of the 5th breath, slowly go back to the center. Bend your arms. You can either go to your elbows. If it's too hard, just walk forward with your hands. It's not a problem. 3 breaths. Slowly walk back with your hands. Again, take your time. In tabletop position, move the hands toward the right side of the mat. Put the left feet next to the left hand and walk back with the right knee. Let the left knee open, let the left feet roll to the side, sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 long steady breaths. At the end of the third, slowly go back to with the knees in line, but walk forward with your hands or bend your elbows. 3 more breaths. At the end of the third, slowly walk back. Put the 2 knees together. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Push the spine toward the sky. Inhale. Let the spine drop and look at the sky. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look at the sky. Inhale, belly. Exhale, belly. Inhale, sky. One last time. At your own pace. Okay. Now, Dandasana again. Bend your right leg, put your right feet against the inner part of your left thigh, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Grab with the 2 hands the outside part of the left leg, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and turn slightly to the left. 3 breaths. Keep on tilting forward, but keep on turning. With every inhalation, tilt the hip forward. With every exhalation, twist. Slowly, slowly, come back to the center, to the natural position. Put your right hand inside of the right knee. Left hand either to the feet, if it's too much, just glide it under the calf and push a little bit, not too much, not a real force. It's just a message to your body that your knee can go lower. It's just that, without pushing. If you can grab your feet from inside to outside, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and keep on pushing. When you keep on pushing, keep also twisting and look at the sky. 3 breaths. Slowly go back to the center. Dandasana. Tilt the hips forward. Create the double S of the spine. Inhale deeply. Bend your left leg. Put your left feet against the right thigh. Right foot flexed. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Put the 2 hand outside of the right leg. Inhale, lift the sternum, tilt the hips forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale. 3 more breaths. Keep on lifting and tilting forward the hip with every inhalation. Twist with every exhalation. Use your hands to help you, twisting and lifting. Slowly come back to the center. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, tilt the hip forward. Put your left hand inside of the left knee. With the right hand, grab from inside to outside the feet, or slide it under the calf. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With every exhalation, keep on tilting the hip forward and lifting the sternum up. With every exhalation, twist and look at the sky. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come back to the center. Now, go into a normal cross-legged position. So usually with normal cross-legged position, I mean with the feet closer to the hip. So not in Sukhasana like that, so really open, but a little bit closer. I'm going to show you this way. So this one is Sukhasana, so with the feet just under the knee. This is cross-legged position. Okay. Put your hand on the knees, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and keep on tilting the hips forward. It's always the same movement that we did before. With all those work that we did, maybe it's slightly easier now to stay in this position. To find a better balance, I personally use more Sukhasana. Even though it could be harder on this area, the more you do Sukhasana, so this position with the feet right under the knee, it will open this area, and in the meantime it will give you stability. So just find the position that is easier for you and stay there. Just close your eyes. And try and move the spine slightly to the back or to the front. To try and find your balance. To find the position where every vertebra is tucked under the other, so the spine is lighter. Just stay there for a few moments. Relax your belly. It's normal, don't worry. It happens to me every time. I have to remind myself to relax the belly. So be gentle with yourself. Slowly open your eyes. Try and tilt the hip forward again. Sternum up. Roll the arms outward. Put your hands on the ground and use this light pressure onto the ground to lift even more your chest area and to tilt it even more, the hip. 3 breaths. Slowly release. Put your hands on the knees and create circles with the lumbar spine to release all the tension that we created in this area. Create a fluid movement, quite slow movement. Work first on the fluidity of the movement. Secondly, try and create a wide movement. A quite wide circle. Focus on the lumbar spine, not all the spine. Turn also on the other side, and again, first find a fluid movement. And only there, create a wider movement. Still the lumbar spine that work. Not the upper one. Okay. Now, lay down on the floor, grab your knees, and roll on the right and left side to create a sort of massage to your lumbar spine. Create also the circles with the 2 knees, and there too you will create a sort of releasing massage to your lumbar spine. Create circles also on the other side. And now you can enter Shavasana. You can use a bolster if you need to under the knees. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist, roll the arms outward. Let the hands, the palm of the hands face the sky. Roll the legs outward. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes. Use the first moment of Shavasana to observe all the area of your body that still have some tension. And use your breath and your intention to release the tensions before relaxing completely. I will sing a mantra. At the end of Sukhasana. And at the end of the mantra, I will guide you out of the pose. Till that very moment, just relax. Satoma satkamaya tamasoma joitirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya Om satoma satkamaya tamasoma joitirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya Om satoma satkamaya tamasoma joitirgamaya mrityormamritam gamaya. Très très doucement, recommence à bouger les orteils, les bouts des doigts. Ramène la conscience dans ton corps. Inspire profondément et expire en soupirant avec la bouche ouverte. Really slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Let all tension get released with the exhalation. Let your body feel light and free. One last time. Inhale deeply. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few moments. Before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight, but the more possible, relaxed. Put your hand in Yan Mudra or Shin Mudra. So, thumb and index finger touching, either with the palm facing the sky or the ground, whichever is more comfortable for you today. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Put your hand in prayer position, just in front of your chest. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you.